Hey, this is Nick and Nikolai from Cometa Camera, and we've got a great Black Friday deal for you.
All right, let's get into it.
All right, we've got the Sony Alpha A6000.
And that sound effect indicates it's on the bestsellers list.
Yes, it does. This is a bestseller, and for good reason. We'll talk about that in just a minute. First off, let's tell you what this includes. The camera body, of course. It also has this 16 to 50 millimeter lens, and that is an image stabilized lens. And it also includes the
55 to 210, also image stabilized lens.
Yes, so image stabilization is a very useful feature, especially if you are hand holding your camera. Most of the time when you're shooting shooting pictures with this lens attached, you'll be moving your camera around and you might be a little bit shaky, you might be in low light situations. Having image stabilization is very handy. And if you have a telephoto lens, it's even more handy.
Yes, the more you zoom in with this lens, the shakier it's going to get just because of the length it's going. And when you have optical image stabilization on this, it really helps steady the shot out.
Yes, it does. So you've got those two great lenses plus this camera body. Now, before we go any further, let's talk about the price. This bundle normally costs over $1,000. Recently, it's been priced around $850. But for the rest of the year, starting on November 20th, all the way through the end of 2016, you can get this A6000 bundle for just $699.
And just to reiterate on that, because most of our deals are for 3-4 days on Black Friday, this is extended till the end of the year.
Yeah, so if you want to procrastinate a little bit, that's okay. You can still get this A6000 bundle, again, for $699 all the way through the end of the year.
Or, you know, just a last-minute gift for yourself.
Yes, it's a good plan. But anyway, I already have one actually, so maybe I'll just buy a second one. Anyway, let's talk about some of the features of this camera. First off, you get a ton of resolution. You've got over 24 megapixels, so you have plenty of resolution to work with when you want to make prints or if you want to crop your photos.
It's an APS-C size sensor, which is a lot larger than in any smartphone or point-and-shoot camera.
Yes, it's a really big step up from a smartphone for sure. And if you're used to using a smartphone, you like having it because it's nice and small and it's always with you. Well, the good thing about a mirrorless camera like that is that it's also very small. Fits right in the palm of your hand with this very compact lens that actually extends when you're shooting and retracts when you put it away. You can fit this almost anywhere, in any bag, any camera bag, tuck it into a messenger bag or a purse or whatever, and you can bring this with you anywhere.
That's why mirrorless cameras are getting a lot more popular than DSLRs now, just because they're so compact and you're not sacrificing the quality of a DSLR. You're more likely to have the camera on you.
Yeah, so if you have the camera on you, you take more shots and you can document your entire life. And of course, you can share it all on social media because this has Wi-Fi and NFC built in, and you can just connect directly to your smartphone or your tablet and start sharing away.
Yes, and it also is, you can use your smartphone as a remote with this.
That's right, you can connect via Wi-Fi and you can use your smartphone to compose the picture, you can change settings, and then of course you can take the shot and it uploads right to your phone. Couldn't be easier. All right, so some other features that this camera has. First off, we've got a nice large LCD screen here on the back, and just get out of this menu real quick. You can see that it flips up and it flips down, so that way you can get your shots from a variety of different angles. This is helpful for when you're shooting above crowds, like if you're at a concert or something like that. Or if you have children, like I do, you can get down low and you can still see what you're composing and get shots from their perspective at their eye level.
Yeah, and this is a feature that a lot of people don't really think they're going to use, but once you have it, you'll really be glad you have it.
Yeah, I use it all the time. And then if you want to get really creative, you can go all the way down to ground level. It's kind of neat. Anyway, so you've got some other features. Let's see. Built-in flash, which is handy to have if you're indoors.
And it's nice and hidden too.
Yep, you've also got a hot shoe if you want to expand your flashes. Electronic viewfinder, did we mention that? I don't think so. This electronic viewfinder is great for when it's sunny outside or if you're in really bright conditions and you can't see the screen because of glare. You can look through the electronic viewfinder and you can get a much clearer picture.
Yes, basically with an electronic viewfinder, you're also getting a live preview of what the picture is going to look like before you take it.
Right.
So it's a lot better with creative control, composing.
You can see how the picture will be exposed before you actually hit the shutter.
Yes.
All right, and then that also has a little eye sensor on it so that when you bring it up to your eye, it automatically changes to the viewfinder, and when you take it away, it turns the LCD back on, so that's really cool. All right, now this is a very fast camera, and that's in a couple different respects. It has very fast autofocus, so you can focus as fast as 0.06 seconds, which is less than the blink of an eye. It's crazy. You know, it focuses super fast, so you can get shots of fast-moving subjects really, really quickly. And like I said, with kids, that's a must. And then it also shoots as fast as 11 frames per second continuously. So if you're shooting sports, or like I said, kids that are running around like crazy, it's really easy to get shots of them, and it'll fill up a memory card really fast, but you know, it's definitely a benefit and not a negative.
And also, just to mention, with that autofocus stuff, that works as well with the video too.
Yes, it does. Speaking of video, 1080p HD, so you get really nice, high quality, crisp, clear video, and it takes advantage of all those autofocus technologies. What else do we got here? We talked about the Wi-Fi, we talked about the fact that it's so small you can take it with you anywhere. Let's talk about the price again. It's $699. It's unbelievable for all of this technology. This is a really great camera body, and like you said earlier, it's one of our best sellers. I own this camera, it's great. I'm gonna hang on to it for a long time, and I would advise you to do the same.
So you can get yours now
Through the end of 2016,
at Cometa.com.